Hi YouTube, this is Trish. If you haven't realized, when I respond to you, I have Patty Cake's Crafts. That's in honor of my family that have passed away. My parents, my uncle, and my grandmother. They're all now passed. And they used to call me Patty Cake. Well, I also do crafts, so I figured I'd just all squash it all together. But today's video is going to be about my first TEMU package of August, and we're going to have a couple little chitty chats about some situations that have happened this week that I thought was kind of weird. But let's get to opening the package first, and then we'll get to the strange stuff this week, okay? This time it's not like severely taped up, which I'm surprised about, which was nice. So let's get her cut open. I'm not going to push you up and down and all that stuff. We're just going to get to open it. I didn't buy any craft stuff this time. It's all kitchen supplies. Because there were some items that I really was like looking at, and I was like, oh, this looks like it's going to be real good. Okay. I got an electric pepper grinder. Because of course, if you watched a lot of my cooking videos now, you see I just used the pepper shaker. Both my husband and I love fresh ground pepper, but the two that we previously bought in the past broke. So we're like, we'll get one of these. It was on a good deal. I think it was like $9 and some change, and it's not battery operated. It has a USB. So we're going to open her up and take a real good look at her. If I can get this box open, because they put stuff in these boxes real. Oh, I ripped up the box. Not that it's going to matter, because it's not going back in the box anyway. Once I get her filled up, I'm not putting her back in the box. Oh yeah, she's tight in here. Tight here. Okay. Good, she's black. She's the black one. She's not the silver one. I thought she was going to be the silver, but it's black. That's good, 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 good. That's why it was so tight in there. Because the USB cord is in there. See, there you go. Okay. So, and then there's a little brush to clean out the bottom so that it doesn't get all crusty and dusty in there. But let's get her open. Slides right out. Oh, cool. And it has a little cap to keep the bottom clean so it doesn't get all greasy, and then you can have different settings. You have a thicker grind or a medium or a small grind. I really like that. But let's take this off and see. Ooh. And it has a little blue light so you can see. And then from what I understand, from what I've seen on the video from TEMU, when it's low, it'll flash to let you know that it's getting low. So you need to plug her in. And the plug is right at the top. So you just plug in the cord, good to bang, all that. So I just have to fill her up. That's the only downfall, is you can't kind of see how much is in there, but that's okay. I'll be able to tell. Okay, so that's that. I'm really happy with that. I'm glad that I got the black one, because I was kind of worried. I did say I wanted the black one, but you'll probably hear a little tap dancing, and that's my dog. He needs to go get his nails trimmed, but lately he hasn't been in the mood to do anything. And then this next thing I got, because it's summer, like I've been telling you, it's been real hot lately. Well, I do have some popsicle molds, but they are not like the best quality popsicle molds. Like, they're good, don't get me wrong. But I heard that these ones that I'm getting ready to show you are a better quality. And they have the wooden sticks. Okay, these ones are the silicone mold ones. So they're supposed to pop out real easy, and all I have to do is just lift it up. pull out your popsicle, you know, and it'll come out real easy. So I'm going to be making fruit ones. Like you know how when you go to different stores and things like that, you can get the sorbet ones? That's what I plan on making in these. The other ones I'm still going to keep, and I'll make like root beer, you know, like root beer or fruit punch or lemonade or, you know, things like that. I'll use the other one for. But this one is going to be just strictly for fruit sorbet kind of popsicles, because I don't want to mix those two up. So I'm really, really glad that I got this in the mail. Oh yeah, they're real thick. Let's take it out real quick and take a peek at her. Because I mean, I know that you all can't see through the plastic. So let's get to peeking. See? And then right here is like a little hanger if you wanted to hang it up when you're not using it. Because this would stick off the wall, which is not a big deal. Like if you wanted to hang it up inside your cupboard or whatever, it wouldn't take up as much space as if you were to put it in your cupboard like this. Which is good. I mean, either way, however you want to do it. You know, I'll probably leave it like this in my cupboard only because of the fact that that's how I have my other one is sitting up. And these ones kind of lock into place when you put them in there. And then the popsicle sticks obviously just go down in there. Whatever depth you want to go down. But there's a groove for the popsicle sticks. So that's really, really nice. So there's that. But that's all I got was just a few little things for the summer because like I was telling you, it's been real hot. I hope you've been enjoying, you know, the content that I've been putting out lately. The cooking videos. Like I know that some of them have been a little bit longer than others. But I don't want you guys to feel like you're shortchanged or you don't get all the directions on what I'm doing or what I'm working on or how long it takes to cook things. Like, you know, of course, I wasn't going to leave you around for 5 hours while I put that gumbo in the crock pot because it was, you know, 2.5 on high and then 2.5 on low. So I didn't want to hold you up on that one. So, you know, that I wouldn't have wanted y'all to wait on that. That's why I just came back with the taste test and made the rice because like I told you in the previous one, people have so many different ways they can cook their rice. So they have a rice cooker, a steamer, or they can just do it on stovetop. So it's a personal preference. Like, you know, there's not a, like I said, it's not a set rule on, see, that's the thing people don't understand is when it comes to cooking, yeah, some things there is rules and sometimes there isn't. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of have to play it by ear. Like, you have to learn your lessons and trials and tribulations. You can't just, you know, say, I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, it takes some time. But anyway, I did another photo album. But I didn't do it, I did it as a shower gift, so that's why I don't want to show it. I mean, I did do another one. I mean, I can, if you want to see it, I can make a little short of it and put it on there. Because I just don't, it wasn't, like, it was a little bit more detailed and more elaborate. It would have been a really kind of, probably a long process because you were doing multiple stages in that one. Okay, but anyway, back to the chitty chat of the what's going on with this kind of stuff. Okay, I had a, you're gonna really think that I have, you know, lost it there for a few seconds when want to have this conversation with you. You know, when you go to the doctors, and sometimes, you know, you have to go for, you know, you schedule an appointment, and say you go for like an ear infection or a throat infection or whatever, and you go to your doctor's office, and they hand, you know, you go, you check in, and then you go in the back, they do your whole weighing and your blood pressure and all that stuff, and then they hand you a gown. And you're like, what do I need a gown for when I'm getting my throat checked or my ear checked? Like, that doesn't make no sense. And they're like, well, we want to make sure everything else is okay. And I'm like, everything else don't have anything to do with my throat and my ears. So we really don't need to do that. Or the other thing that I think is just hilarious is when you go to the doctor's office and you don't exactly know what you're going for, because you need to go to the doctor to make sure you get your maintenance of, you know, your annual checkups and all that stuff. So either the doctor will say, here's a cup, there's the bathroom, handle your business. Well, me and my sarcasticness was thinking, I wonder if anybody's ever put the wrong thing in the cup, or just assumed, what did they really need in the cup? Because it could have been a stool sample, and, you know, they could have been checking a prostate, or they could have been checking urine. Like, you don't know unless somebody usually tells you things like that. Like, could you pee in the cup and leave it in the bathroom or whatever? So I had that experience, and I was like, I turned around and I was like, so you're wanting what I'm here for, right? Not anything else in that cup? And they were like, oh yeah, we should be more clear about what we want in the cup. And I was like, yeah, that one might be a good one. Because I don't have any other problems going on that I, don't know, would need to put in the cup. And, you know, the nurse, he kind of chuckled and I kind of chuckled. So it kind of turned into a funny. But at first, you know, I didn't know how well he was going to take it. Because it was a male nurse, you know, because usually, you know, the females will take it in stride and just kind of laugh about it. But, you know, it would happen to be a male nurse. And he was like, yeah, I think I need to be more specific, because I'm used to dealing with male patients that when I ask them for a sample, usually I'm asking for something else, not for a urine sample. So, yeah, I think I need to be more specific about what I'm asking for. And I'm like, yeah, you might want to do that, because one of these times you may get the wrong thing, like a stool sample when you're wanting urine, or you're wanting a specimen from a man that women don't produce. And he's like, you know, and his face is kind of turning a little bit red. And I'm like, yeah, you might want to make it a little bit more clear. And he kind of chuckled, and, you know, and he was like, your room, and he's kind of like staying like a little far back from me. And he's like, your room is down the hallway and over there. And I was like, okay, I must have really embarrassed him, or he was like not wanting to deal with me after that, because all I had was a female nurse until the doctor came. And I was like, so then I asked the doctor, I was like, did I offend one of your nurses or something? And they were like, no, they just have never been put in that position. So I was like, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to make it clear that that was what you were wanting. So we got a good chuckle out of it, but it was just one of those things where you just, you know, if you don't know something, you don't know something, and you can't ask for something if you're not specific on what you're asking for. So people need to be a little bit more specific when they ask for things. So, but, yeah, I just had a little package. I didn't order a lot. I probably will be ordering some more things from TEMU this month, but I'm not sure what, because my casters that I bought that had my spice racks, oh, I love those. I love them. And then I'm still working on my gem arts, or my diamond art. But I've actually taken a break because I've been having quite a number of doctor's appointments. Um, which I know you really don't want to hear about my doctor's appointments and things like that. I understand that. And I've been doing some cooking. Of course, like I said, I cook every night. So, like, you know, I like to share that with you. And then I've been doing some other crafts because I have some events coming up that I need to have some crafts ready, or some gifts ready, because I don't like to just go buy any kind of gifts. I like to make them. So I probably will be making, like I said, I do crochet, but I don't know, like, I can show you from a left-handed person's perspective, but I don't know the stitches. I don't know, like, I can tell you what I think they are, but I don't know that that's what they are. So I have to make sure I have a color that really shows up on the camera, because that's the one thing that I noticed when I watch crocheting videos, is if it's too dark, you can't see the stitches, or if it's a white or a cream, it's really difficult to distinguish the color difference too. So I have to really take that step into consideration. I'm trying to look out for you guys, because I'm finding trials and tribulations with other videos that I don't want to make those mistakes. Not saying that they're mistakes, because they have the information in the description below, which is what I try to do. But they can read a pattern, or they can write their pattern. So I have to watch the video several times to be able to get it, because I can't. And because of most of the time, the people I'm watching are right-handed. So I have to do everything backwards. And the person that taught me how to do crocheting was my grandmother, and she taught me in a mirror. So I didn't actually learn what the stitches were. She was like, if it comes out like, and my first thing I made was a scarf. And she's like, if you can make a scarf, you can make anything. So I was like, okay, I can do it. So that's how I wind up learning how to do it. That was my first project, was a scarf. And it was just with leftover, yarn that my grandmother had, because she had quite a bit of it. Because she used to make those dolls that went over your toilet paper on the back of your toilet. But those aren't very popular anymore, so I never really got into making those. I know that there's a lot of places that still sell them, because they are really pretty. I'm not saying that they're not pretty. But to me, I just don't like them. I don't care for them. So anyway, I'm not going to yak your ear off anymore today, but I just thought that you could get some food for thought when you go to your next doctor appointment. Start questioning what's going on, because yeah, that was a little bit suspicious to me about what happened. Like, I was not expecting it at all. Like, what's going on here? Like, I mean, I was very fortunate that I had been going to my own doctor, so it wasn't like I was going to a completely different stranger doctor, and they were like, oh, let me look at your paperwork, and oh, okay, you weren't here for this, sorry, my mistake. And then the other one was, I knew what I was there for. So just make sure you're clear and have it set in stone of what you're going for, so that they don't try to bamboozle you into having you get more done than you don't need to get done. If it's for your own health, then yeah, granted, do it. But don't do it if you don't have to. But anyway, I'll let you go now for now. I hope you have a great day. Stay out of this heat, because I know it can get all of us right now with this summer. Ta-ta for now. This is Trish. If you have nothing nice to say about somebody or something, don't say anything at all. Bye.